Hi guys, it's Patty with Patty's Paper Designs. How are you all? Well, actually I wasn't sure I was going to get on here for a video, although that had been my plan all week. Seems like I've come down with a sinus infection, and right now I've had some sinus medication and I've spent the morning coughing and sneezing and blowing my nose. So I feel like I can come on for a little bit and get this video made. But it's, like I said, it's probably going to be a real short one. But today we are going to do over the page belly bands that will have a pocket and tags. So I've got some papers cut out here, and let me put them down here on my mat to show you how we cut them. So what we have here is we cut out a 4.5 inch strip here. This is a 4.5 inch strip, 4.5 by 8. So this is 4.5 by 8. Then we end up with a 4.5 by 4 that's left over, and we cut that in two to make 2 2.25 by 4 tags. So we've got 2 tags here, and we've got this strip here. Then we cut out another strip that is 3.5 inches by 12, and then we have this left over, and we're going to set this aside because we're going to use this. Now what we're going to do is we are going to ink up and round corners and square off corners and that sort of thing. So I'm going to square off my tags. I'm going to make sure I've got them right side up because I have a directional paper on the other side. I'm going to cut my tags, square those off, and then I'm going to round the corners on the bottom, and I like to use a 7mm round on tags. So we got those two, or we got that one. Now we got this one. Whoops. So we got those 2 tags. They're ready. Now this is going to be, what is this going to be? This is going to be like a, this is going to be pretty much part of our belly band. But we're going to round the corners on these, and I'm rounding with the biggest round, which is a 10mm on my little rounding punch. That one didn't want to cut real good. And this, by the way, is Graphics 45 paper, and it came from the paper pack that I got from the December Mixed Media Minnesota kit. And I sort of doubt that she has any of those left because these were really beautiful papers. But it's, I believe it's called, what is it called? I think it's called Christmas Spectacular 2023. I think that's what it's called. So you could probably find it, you know, on, I don't know, maybe Amazon, but if not there, maybe somebody on Etsy might have it, or if you go to one of your scrapbook shops online, they'll probably have it as well. So we've got these all punched and taken care of. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to ink them up, and I have no idea how this happened, but I've lost my vintage photo. I mean, I don't use it anywhere except right here, and I cannot find it. So I don't know where it went, but I'm going to be using walnut stain because I don't think I have any other brown. And I do intermingle this dauber with both vintage photo and walnut stain, so I think it'll be fine. I'm going to ink these up, and let's see, it seems like I had a lot of things I could tell you about, but I can't remember any of them right now. My mind seems to have gone blank as far as things go in my life is concerned. Other than my, what do you call this? Sinus infection. I usually get a sinus infection every year. I mean, that's been my normal pattern for probably the last 10 or 15 years, maybe longer. And I did have a sinus infection in September, so it's just been, what, 3 months since I've had a sinus infection last, so that kind of has me a little bit concerned with my lung disease and everything. You know, that's something that I want to make note of because I don't want it to be a new pattern. Hopefully it isn't going to be a new pattern. Hopefully this is just a fluke. But if it is, maybe I need to have some antibiotics on board, you know, just in case. Like, for instance, I did have an extra prescription of antibiotics for my last episode, so I started taking those, and I'm hoping that that I get it under control and it doesn't get out of hand and cause me any real difficulty. So I guess I'll need to discuss this with my doctor and see what he thinks about, you know, having me with a antibiotic on an as needed basis. You know, a lot of times they don't like to do that because just being, you know, prescribing willy-nilly antibiotics is not necessarily the best thing to do. But when you have a, you know, when your health is compromised anyway, sometimes they do that. So if I'm clearing my throat or coughing, that's why. And or even sneezing, because I've had a big round of sneezing this morning. In fact, I woke up with a big sneezing fit. It wasn't any fun. This kind of looks like it's too big. No, it's not. Okay. It's 4.5 like it's supposed to be. So now on the other side of this is some real pretty paper. It's got floral stuff on it. I'll show you here in just a second. I think I'm going to squirt this with some water. So it's got these floral pieces with stamps and cancellations and berries. I think it's pretty. So I've got some that I've made ahead. One of them I've decorated. For the most part, it's decorated. But I don't like to really decorate a whole lot until I'm ready to put it in a journal, because you never know exactly what your journal is going to be that you put these pieces in. So I do have one that's mostly decorated. It could stand to have a little bit more decoration, and I'll show you that. But as far as decorating this particular piece, I don't believe I'm going to be doing that. Well, in fact, I know I'm not going to be doing that. So that's just how that's going to be. And that'll make this video just a little bit quicker. Okay, so we've got this inked up. Now what we want to do is we want to, this is going to get scored. Let me bring in my score, a little score thing here. So we want to score the top at, where's my, oh, here. We want to score the top at, where is it here? Got it written down on my instructions. Okay, so we want to score at two inches, but we want to score that on the bottom side because this is going to be the pocket down here. Okay, so I should say it's going to be one of the pockets. So we want to score it down here at 2 inches. And then this here side, we want to score at 10 5/8, but this doesn't go 10 5/8. So I'm going to flip it around and score it at 1 3/8. Okay, so I'll put this aside for now. We don't need it until a little bit later. So now, like I said, this is going to be the pocket. Be up like that and over like this. And I don't know exactly how I want it to go. I might want it to go like this. Or I might want it to go like this. And this is the part that I'm not sure about, or one of the parts that I'm not sure about. I kind of think I like that, but the thing is, it's not going to show. So wait a minute here. Let me show you how it's going to go on the page. It's going to go on the page like this. It'll be something that you can slide off and on. So I think what I'm going to do, because I really like this floral part, I think I'm going to put it like this. That's how I think I want it to be. So what we want to do now is we want to put a thumb notch down here. And then we want to put up here, we want to put I've got one of these edge punches. And if you don't have one of these, you can use lace or ribbon or bling or whatever kind of decorative thing you want. But these are kind of nice, these edge punches. I think I'm going to have to stand up to do this. I wonder if it went through. No, I don't think so. Oh, now wouldn't you know it? No, it didn't go through. I was having problems with these punches earlier. It went through partly. Just partly. I don't think I'm going to get it to go. Well, maybe I will if I keep working on it. Probably going to be messed up though. Hopefully not. It's got this place where you can stop. There we go. There. Oh good, I didn't mess it up. That's great. Okay. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put this little strip in my strip box. And then these I will put in my little trash, my paper recycling. Alrighty. So now what you want to do with this is okay. Yeah. Now we're going to glue this. No, we're not. We're not gluing it because we need to do this. We need to do this to this piece of paper. So how have you guys been? I hope you've been doing okay. How was your Thanksgiving? I had a nice Thanksgiving. I don't think I've been on here since Thanksgiving. I spent Thanksgiving with my sister and her family, and which includes her husband, her 2 daughters, her son-in-law, and her grandson and her granddaughter, who are her grandson's in the 4th grade and her granddaughter is in the 2nd grade. And so they're my niece and nephew. And we had a nice Thanksgiving. We had all your traditional stuff, turkey and dressing and mashed potatoes, gravy, green beans. I think there was corn pudding, macaroni and cheese, cranberry salad, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, a vegetable tray, olives, what else? I don't need to do this side. Rolls. I think that pretty much covers it. But it was very good. Everything was very good. She's a very good cook, my sister is. So it was very nice, actually. Okay, so now when you we're going to glue this down, and you want to really study this. Actually, I needed to study my papers as I was picking them out also. It's kind of nice to have a paper that has contrast, like this is sort of contrast-ish, I think. Not as much as I'd like, but it's pretty good. So, because the contrasting patterns are very nice. So when you glue this down, you want to sort of center this in between the 2 score lines. And you don't want to get glue. You want to be careful where you put your glue. Here, let me move this up a little bit better here so you can see more easily. I'm going to glue about maybe a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch away from this score line. So up in this general area, because I want to make sure that I'm only gluing this to this piece here. Don't want to glue it to the other side of this piece. Otherwise, our belly band won't slide onto the paper the way it's supposed to. And of course, we want it to do what it's supposed to do, right? So after we get that down good, you can open this up and make sure it's not glued wrong. Like it doesn't need to be glued up here. And it isn't, as we can tell. So that's very good. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing on this side. We're going to make sure that we only glue to this piece right here. So we're going to keep our glue about 1/4 of an inch or so away from the score line. So we don't have any problems sliding our belly band onto our page. And what we're doing here is not only are we creating a pocket down here, but this can also be a tuck spot. And I'll show you how that can work here in a little bit. So now, unfortunately, it does tend to want to pop up, which is okay, I guess, because then you can put, you know, stuff back there. But if you burnish this down real good, and I probably should have done that before I glued, it will keep it from popping up so much. So there, see, it doesn't pop up nearly like it was. And I can do it on both sides here. Okay, so now we have a tuck spot here where we can up tuck, and we have a pocket here, and we have 2 tags, but we're not done because we have this extra piece here. And what we're going to do with this extra piece is we're going to make a pocket tag type thing. So we need to pull in our scoreboard again, and I got, oh, I didn't stop to think that was making a loud noise. I've got crumbs from my dauber. Okay, so you want to be sure that you've got it in the proper orientation. So this is up like this. So you want to put your first score down at the bottom on this edge, and you want to score it at 1.5. So we're going to score it 1.5. And then you're going to score at 4. And then you're going to score at 5.5. And then you need to determine how you want, which you want your front to be. You can have your front be this, or you can have your front be this. And I think I want my front to be this. So I'm going to fold up at the 4-inch score line and burnish it, and then fold down at the 1.5-inch score line, and then fold sort of like this away. No, that's not right. I folded it wrong. I'm going to fold it this way. So this is how you want it to be, or this is how I want it to be. If I wanted it to be That way I had it folded right the first time. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hole punch. Excuse me. And I'm going to, and this is kind of hard, you might end up, if you do this, you might end up kind of creasing your paper a little bit where you really don't want to, but you can get the crease out. But I feel like this is a good way to center your punch. More easily than not. Really need to have my punch facing me. Okay, there we go. I'm just kind of straighten that out a little bit. Now I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to put the lid on my glue, put my needle in my glue, because I tend to forget to do that quite often. The last time I was working in my craft room, I had a problem with my glue getting plugged up, and I think I've got that problem again. So all right, get that in there. There. So now I'm going to ink up things here. So how was your Thanksgiving? Why don't you let me know in the comments what you did, what you had to eat, if you were with family or friends or what have you. I really had a good time with my sister and her family. We've always been pretty close, and I've always been close to my two nieces, and my oldest niece, her little kids, they're so sweet. They're really, really good kids. Her son, I swear he's a genius. Well, he's getting ready to start 6th grade math, and he's only in the 4th grade. So he hasn't even finished the first semester of the 4th grade, and he's getting ready to start 6th grade math. So he's a smart little kid. And Kashira was very good with her her schoolwork when she was in school. That's my niece, Kashira. And then Maylee, she's a sweet little girl. She's in the 2nd grade, and she's very shy. Now Keaton, he's real outgoing, and he'll tell you like it is, and he's very helpful. He helps his Aunt Patty out quite a bit whenever he's around, and he's not nearly as shy as Maylee. Maylee's very shy. She doesn't say much, but you can tell she's watching everything. So they're cute kids. Kids are really cute. You know, you've heard that saying, kids say the darndest things. Well, they also do the darndest things. And it's just nice to have kids around. Okay, so we're going to glue our pocket down. I think the other day I said I couldn't cut and glue at the same time, or cut and talk at the same time. Apparently I can't glue and talk at the same time either. You've got to hold your, with these thicker cardstocks, you really need to keep your, need to press your glue down. on your paper to make it stay till it, you know, gets a firm hold. Now we're going to glue back here. And I found that if you take your bone folder and burnish it really well, you know, you don't really have to do this with digitals, but with cardstock, I guess the fibers are thicker, you know, and so it just takes a little bit for the glue to work its way in and stick. But if you use your bone folder and press it in, then it grabs a hold a lot faster. Well, it grabs a hold fast anyway, but it does it faster if you use your bone folder and press it down. So now we have this here, pocket, and it's going to go in the belly band like this. But the belly band itself is going to slip over your paper this way. So this is your belly band, and you can decorate this up and do whatever you want. And then this will, let me put my lid on. Tell you what, this thing gets clogged faster than anything. Well, I'm going to have to get my pen out of my other glue and work on that. So this here goes in here, like so. And then you've got these tags that can go in here, like so, and like so. And that goes in there like so. And then you also have a pocket. Let me grab some paper here real quick. You've got your pocket here that you can put a tag in. And you've got an up tuck here that you can put, you know, something in. And then you can decorate this. You can decorate this, so that when you pull your tag out, there'll be more decorations on there. You can decorate this. You can decorate this. You can just decorate all up, for sure, you know, to your heart's content. And you can decorate here, back here, and here. You can also, which I think I'm going to do right now, you can put a corner punch like so, or you can round it, but I'm going to do the corner thingy. And I'm not going to decorate this right now, but I am going to show you in a minute one that I have decorated. I've got, what do I have? I have my prototype, but it's not all that exciting. I used a couple of papers that I didn't mind if I had or didn't have, or used or didn't use, for my idea book, and I'm not going to show you that one, but I will show you a couple others that I have. So I have this one here. Now if I can grab a hold of it. So I have, let me put this one aside. You know, you can put a little, a little punch here and put ribbons in there, or seam binding or twine or anything like that. You could even, if you wanted to, you could even put little pockets on here, or you can put writing paper on one side or the other and decorate the other side. You know, there's no limit to what you can do with these, really. So here's another one that I made. Got this one here. This also is that Graphics 45, what did I say it was? Christmas Spectacular. And I've got these two tags. So the cool thing about this is you can use an entire 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper. And if you don't have a 12 by 12 scrapbooking paper, you could probably work out the same thing using an 8.5 by 11. You would just have to adjust these two score parts, you know, because this is 8.5 by 11, you'd be missing an inch. So maybe you could, you know, shorten this by 1/4 of an inch and shorten this by 3/4 of an inch, or, you know, something like that. And you wouldn't have this piece. You wouldn't have this piece here. So you'd have to, you know, if you wanted to have that piece, you would have to figure something else out. But I think everybody's got scrapbooking paper laying around. So there's that one. Then I've got these two that I just have cut out. I haven't got them inked up. I do have them punched. And I'm kind of thinking that what I might do is I might interchange them like this, maybe. And then this part would be down like here. Unfortunately, it's got words, so they'll be upside down, so I would have to either be okay with that or decorate them up some way to pretty much cover those up. But I'm thinking about interchanging them like that, so that you have the, what is it I want to say? The contrasting colors. But I'll be working on that probably, I don't know, maybe tomorrow if I'm feeling as good as I do right now, and hopefully not any worse. Right now I'm starting to get a headache. So these are two that I have cut up and ready to go. And then I have this one that I have decorated. Mostly I've decorated it. Okay, so I've got this one here. This is my tag, my big tag from that third piece of paper. I put this Christmas tree on. This is part of the die cuts from the Christmas Spectacular, and I put stickles on there. I put green, red, and gold stickles, and I made this be a tuck spot, so you can tuck something in there if you want, which I may or may not keep that in there, but that was just an example. And then on this side, this is from the 6x8 papers that came with the Christmas Spectacular, and I cut this tag out, and I'll probably decorate that up. And I just wanted to show where you could use this as a tuck spot there. And then these are die cuts. This is actually a die cut. This candy cane is actually a die cut from the November Mixed Media Minnesota's pack which is a simple stories, I think. What's it called? Simple Stories, something or another. Got it laying here on my desk. It is Simple Vintage Dear Santa. And then this green circle here is from the Christmas Spectacular die cuts. And I put these, where's my thing here? I put this, which is metallic gilding polish. And it's called Gold Treasure Gilding Polish, and it is from Creative Expressions in the UK. And I really like this. I like sparkle for Christmas, not necessarily for any other time of the year. I like other kinds of things for the rest of the year, like ribbons and buttons and bling and that kind of thing. So I'm probably gonna decorate that on both sides. And this one here, I didn't do anything to that tag, but this tag here, I put this little Christmas tree on, and I put some of these this gold gilding polish here, and I put this here Peace and Joy stamp, which is, where did I put it? Here it is, right here. It is one of the washi tapes that came with the December Mixed Media Minnesota kit. And this is, I'm pretty sure this is Christmas Spectacular washi tape. So it's got stamps on it. They're pretty cool. I like them. And I might put a number, or maybe some bling. Maybe I got some gold blings I might put here, maybe 3 of them here or something. And then on this side, this here, May Your Heart Be Warmed by the Joy of Christmas Cheer. That was a piece from the die cut package. And then I put gold stickles around the edge of this here tag. And instead of doing the, I rounded the top instead of squaring it off. So, but anyway, these are fun. They're very easy. I mean, I think I had everything cut out maybe within the matter of 20 minutes for these four pieces, these 4 different ones. For this one, well, actually I got 5. For these 3 and these 2. It just took me no time at all to cut them out. And then after I cut them out, I punched them. And then after I punched them, I inked them up. And then I scored them. And then I glued them. And then you decorate them. It's very easy. It's a very nice mass make. So that pretty much takes care of it for today's video. And I hope to see you again soon. And you have a wonderful evening. And we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.